Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're watching the news at 10, coming to you live from Lagos. And now to some of the reports that you sent in. Let's begin with this one from Gwarinpa-Katampe Expressway in Abuja. Well, it shows what's left of a car after an accident. According to our Eyewitness reporter, it was fatal. He says the mishap could have been avoided if there was a division on the road. Well, staying with the Federal Capital Territory, around the Minister's Hill comes this photo of men sitting dangerously on this van, set to be moving on high speed. Our Eyewitness wants this act discouraged. Our next image is from Folagoro area of Yaba in Lagos State. This canal has been overtaken by weed and plastic containers. Our Eyewitness reporter foresees flood looming if it is not cleared. However, our next image shows flood already at Victory Estate in Amuwo-Odofin area of Lagos. According to our Eyewitness reporter, this is due to poor planning by the estate management in channeling water to the canal close by. He says that it's been an issue for more than 5 years, calling on the Lagos State government to do something fast. And our final image is from Ogun State. These electricity poles, according to our Eyewitness reporter, are among over 23 bought through communal effort. However, they've been allegedly abandoned for more than 20 years. He wants government and the Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company to provide them with a transformer, having raised more than 1.6 million naira among themselves to end the blackout in the community. Many thanks for sending in these pictures, and we ask that you please keep them coming. Members of a community in Edo State are lamenting the sale of a rubber factory in Benin City. In an interview with Channel's television, leaders and youths where the factory is located are urging the government to reconsider. However, the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture says the government is trying to boost investment opportunities in the area.
A rubber factory set up in 1960 at Teboga, Iwogma community, Benin City, the Edo State capital. The factory over the years had been abandoned due in part to the inability of the handlers to acquire modern technology and the sudden drop in manpower in the rubber business. The compound has become a hideout for criminals.
So here is the paper. So I would like to
this businessman says that structures at the factory have been sold to him as scraps.
This is the very place I bought it from government, and they give me paper to evacuate. So I see no reason why I start to work. People say there'll be community. They said we should stop working.
The governor himself assured us that he's coming to wake this factory. But I'm surprised. People are coming to say, now government is sent them. When they call, they loot all this property rolls. So please, I'm not happy about that.
The only government presence in this community, I think this place was built by Ubemudia some time ago. Somebody is coming to erase it so that there will not be even government presence in Ward 1. Whoever sold this place, we want you to know that it was a wrong decision and you should rethink it.
The permanent secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture, who read from the memo to the governor, said the governor approved that the structures and others in Obiaja and Ekwama be sold to make room for fresh investments.
To forestall further vandalization, the ministry took a decisive action to dispose of the items. It subsequently set up a board of survey to examine the structures and facilities and make recommendations. What is true is that the scrap, those things they said were harbinger of criminals, someone says you remove. And that is government practice everywhere in the world. If you don't remove the old ones that are obsolete, how do you bring new ones on board?
For these community members, they can only hope for the best as they await the realization of government's plan to once again industrialize the area for the benefit of all stakeholders.
The Federal Road Maintenance Agency FERMA has begun the rehabilitation of some failed stretches of federal roads in Imo State, southeast Nigeria. Leader of the team in Imo State, Mr. Emeka Maduegu, who has been supervising the work, says the agency has made effective use of the dry season to fix failed portions of Owerri-Onitsha Road, Owerri-Obowo-Umuahia Road, Ihiala-Olu-Umuduru Road, Isiala-Mbano-Umunao-Kigwe Road because of their economic importance. This was the state of the Ihiala-Olu-Umuduru Road during the last quarter of 2016. Motorists complained of the hardship they go through plying this road.
We Okada people, we machine riders, we cannot manage it. Talk less of motor riders.
After a visit to Imo State, the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, penned down this and several similar roads for rehabilitation. A few months down the line, the present infrastructure wears a new look and appears safer for motorists. Apart from the Ihiala-Olu-Umuduru Road, the agency has also embarked on intervention works on critical interstate Owerri-Mbise-Obowo-Umuahia Road and Owerri-Onitsha Road using direct labour. In Obion-Horo community in Isiala-Mbano local government area, where we have the kilometre 37 and Amanze 7.5 road, motorists are excited that the federal government has saved the once dilapidated infrastructure.
So very bad before. So very bad. But once they come back home, see them use the last right and clear it, we have to pray to God and thank God that they have done noble. We are so very happy.
The agency says it's effectively capturing the critical failed sections of the 37-kilometre stretch and advised road users and host communities to engage in periodic desilting of drainage.
The agency have made effective use of the dry period, the dry season. Even as the rains are approaching, we are trying to sustain presence on the roads, carrying out operations that we can carry out during the period. We are all stakeholders in this project. As much as possible, try to avoid setting up our drains so that water will flow where necessary and don't run back on the carriageway. Because one of the biggest enemy of these asphaltic pavements, is water. And we have the habit of setting up the drains. So we also encourage the communities where we have our drains passing through. This should help us by doing periodic desilting. We also do that. This will in turn help the main alignments to last longer.
Going forward, FEMA is optimistic that all the roads will be ready before the heavy rain sets in. And to the continent of Africa, where journalists from different parts this week got an opportunity to take a look at the facilities at YouTube, as well as interact with a new generation of content creators from the continent. These creators are part of those making their voices heard in today's technology-driven environment. Our correspondent Melinda Kilami was part of the tour and reports.
10,000 subscribers is what you need to walk through these doors, but not today. An invitation has been extended to the fourth estate of the realm to have a look around.
Network and how it's all plugged in. So basically it's all through kind of IP, or it's all through the internet. The way that the content that you shoot, you plug in the cameras over there. And it's
our tour guide is the head of YouTube Spaces EMEA, David Rippert. He takes us to the master control rooms, studios, most of them were in use when we walked in, VIP sections, and a lounge where content creators are properly guided. These are just a few of the facilities within this space. So what does this have to do with Africa?
I wanted to show you the investment that we're making and the capabilities that we try and put in the hands of our creators, to show you what it is that we do to try and fire up people's imagination, because as a platform we want only one thing to be holding people back, and we want that to be the limits of their creativity.
For 2 days, African content creators were amongst other speakers who shared the experience they've had on the platform. It's as real as it gets for CEOs like Murphy Ben International, who gets a bit emotional while sharing his zero to hero story.
One thing very good about this is that you don't need to have a dime for you to be successful on YouTube. Because at that point, I didn't have a dime. Sorry for this one.
Now, beyond the YouTube space, which is here in London, there are several offices, YouTube offices that is, in several locations across the globe. And it's an opportunity for content creators not only to learn how to improve their content, but also an opportunity for them to expand their businesses as well. From the YouTube space here in London, I'm Melinda Akinlami reporting for Channels Television News.
For 3 years, the School of Nursing and Midwifery in Makurdi, Benue State was shut down owing to poor infrastructure and inadequate manpower. But that seems to have changed as full academic activities have resumed after its re-accreditation by the Council of Nursing and Midwifery. The principal of the school, while conducting officials from the state government around the school's facilities, says the era of dilapidated structures which led to the closure of the school is now history.
State government officials, led by the Commissioner for Health, visits the School of Nursing and Midwifery, Makurdi. Their mission is to inspect both academic and administrative activities as newly admitted students resume studies 3 years after the school was closed. Another reason for the visit, according to the Commissioner, who inspected both water supply and ongoing work on hostel accommodation, is to prevent a repeat of previous government's neglect.
For this present administration to come and revive a dead school is a lot of achievement already. So those who say they are not doing, we are not doing anything, we are doing a lot. To revive a school, it won't end in our generation. Generations to come will benefit.
Officials also inspect the renovated 3-story female hostel block, as well as the modern sewage recycling plant for healthy waste management on campus. The project contractor speaks on the quality of reconstruction work, while the director of nursing say all efforts to keep the institution running are already in place.
Did a lot of structural transformation of the classrooms too, and I'm sure you can also see beautiful classrooms for the students' comfort. I believe this can take the institution many more years of productive work.
Apart from Jigawa State, Gombe and Kano, there is no other school like Benue State in Nigeria, and they were grateful to His Excellency for picking us from the grass to glory.
The principal of the school, while conducting the commission around her new office, commended Governor Samuel Otom's effort at improving infrastructure and manpower for the school.
You can see the roofs, good roofs over us. All the structures, all the infrastructures have been renovated. Talk about the administrative block, the staff offices, the classroom, the auditorium, the staff common room, the student common room, the library, the ICT, and even the boys' hostel and the female hostel.
Academic activities are ongoing at the school, with over 60 newly admitted students after the re-accreditation of the school. Some of the students say life on campus is comfortable as they now ride from hostel to class using the new school buses.
Today, if you were here earlier enough, you see that we the boys who normally come from the hostel using our school bus, which is another thing. If you go to our hostel, it's a mega 5-star stay, where all of us have everything we want. There's always water and all of it.
With the return of full academic activities in the school, the Benue State government hopes to produce competent nurses in the state and promise to regain accreditation for the School of Health Technology Agasha, which was lost in 2014.
When the News at 10 returns, Fitch Ratings affirms Kaduna State's long-term foreign and local currency issuer default rating. That's on Business News. To join us again.